I'll never draw again. 25 years of professional art. And art is everything to me. And being stuck here, not being able to draw, it's an artist's worst nightmare. It really is. When something like this happens, you can't help but reflect on how long I've been at this for. I've been drawing pretty much my whole life. Someone asked me how long I've been drawing. I give the fun answer of 3 years old, but the honest truth is I've always been drawing. As long as I've picked up a pencil, I've always been drawing. So let me tell you what happened. Carpal tunnel. Okay, not just artists get it, everybody can get it. I've always had some tingling in my fingers. I think I'd say almost 10 years ago, I've been starting to feel things in my fingers. When I was actually my other hand, my left hand here, I would get, real numbness in my hands, numbness in my fingers. Actually, now thinking about it, I had it in both hands, really. Time would come where it would just feel like it's asleep, like the fingers are asleep. It would wake me up in the middle of the night and I would have to kind of wave my hands around to kind of get it going again. A few years ago, that's when I got this particular brace. So I've always had like tingling in my fingers. And then earlier this year, I would say around March, there came a point where I couldn't close this hand. I couldn't make a fist. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. I could do maybe something like this, but even this was painful, doing something like this. But I kind of just pushed through. At first, I was hoping it would just go away. So probably not the smartest thing. I spent the first month just kept doing what I was doing. I was still drawing every day, still doing my job, but it was painful. It was very, very, very painful. So these fingers were extremely numb, extremely numb. And then, it was just like this pain overcame my hand whenever I was drawing. But you guys know how much I love drawing. I would kind of push through and endure the pain. I had the blessing of going to the Philippines in July, and there I taught 3 classes a day. Sometimes we would draw for the whole class. We would do a whole bunch of life drawing, and my hands would be burning. It's like my hands were literally on fire. It hurt so much to the point where when I got back from the Philippines, that's when I was like, okay, I really, really need to see a doctor about this. I know it took so long, but that was me being stubborn. I finally went to the doctor. We went over my symptoms, and he scheduled me with a specialist about carpal tunnel. And unfortunately, that specialist, it took a while. It took 3 months for me to be able to see the specialist. That wasn't until October. And I did all these tests. And to be honest, some of them were really painful, like these tests that he was doing. Like he was poking and prodding and putting some electrodes to my hand. And he told me, when he gave me the diagnosis, that it was really bad. He says, it's actually, he didn't understand how it could get this bad. He said he was worried that it was more than nerve damage. He was worried that I was going to lose functionality in my right hand. And I'll be honest with you, if he would have told me that for my left hand, it would have sucked. But when you tell me it's what gave me my livelihood, that's when I started to panic a little bit. That's when you flash back to everything I've done over 25 years. I've done a lot of art. I have drawn a lot. Starting from way back when I was a kid, I drew my first comic book in high school. I did it for myself, still without the understanding of becoming a comic book artist. It was until my final year of high school I decided to be a comic book artist. I worked 6 years in comics, and it's a grind. You're working like 12, 14, 16, 20, 24 hours a day trying to hit your deadlines. It wasn't easy. Then after that, I went back to school. I started working in visual effects, so still drawing, but also a lot of computer work, spending days on end on the computer. Again, so at 8, 12, sometimes overnight, working on all of these different movies. And then I got to YouTube, finally working for myself, and thinking to myself, oh yeah, I'll do these crazy challenges. I'll do these giant murals. I'll do these 24 hours drawing straight. I'll do these 1,000 minutes, 100 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. I'll do all of that, sure. And I loved every single minute of it. So when this doctor tells me that I am about to have permanent damage to my right hand, that I am not going to have full functionality in my right hand, kind of flashed before my eyes. And part of me was like, what am I going to do? You know? I've been at this a long time. This has been my life, you know? Drawing has been my life. It's all I know how to do. You know? And even now when I think about it, you know, I didn't expect to get a little emotional here, but if I can't draw, what else do I have? You know? And when that doctor told me that, I had to take a step back and I had to think. You know, especially I'm not as young as a lot of you guys watching right now. I'm definitely not. I'm not a very good writer. I'm not a good writer at all. I guess I could teach, I guess, but how do you teach if I don't have the use of my hand? You know? It's like, this was me. And then maybe, you know, for me, like, it was my identity. It's who I was. The guy who could draw. The guy who interprets the world through my hands. And the possibility that could be taken away from me, you know. I've done very well financially over the past decade. Definitely not to retire. You know, I still have a family to feed and take care of, and it's like, what do I do? So this was before I did my final show for the year. It was about a few days before I left for Las Vegas. He was telling me that I was be able to meet the surgeon right when I come back. He was able to get me an appointment immediately, and he told me that was actually very rare that I would be able to get that appointment. So I went into my show thinking that this could be the very last. You know, and I gave him my all. I gave him my all in that show, and the children there, they had a wonderful time. If you haven't seen my show before, it's called Time to Draw. I teach drawing to kids all over the world. I've been traveling all over the world, especially this year, and it's been so much fun. And to see the joy on all the kids' faces when it comes to drawing, and then I got back. And I went to see the surgeon, hoping that he would tell me that, you know, I would just need the brace. Okay, maybe they overlooked something, and maybe just like some rehab and stuff that would help. But when I saw the doctor, he was very, very surprised. He said he only sees this severe case of carpal tunnel in extremely older people. When I say older, 70, 80, you know, late in life people. He told me I need to get surgery immediately. He needs to do the carpal tunnel surgery immediately. However, and again, God's grace to me, he did say, at my age, he does expect me to make a full recovery. He does expect me to make a full recovery. And he did say that I would be able to draw again. So that was a relief. That definitely was a relief to hear that. But I need to get the surgery done immediately, or I'm going to have not just the inability to draw, I would have the inability to use my hand at all. But if he said, if we do it now, then you have the chance for a full recovery. So right then and there, I said, let's do it today. Let's get it done. I actually had plans. If we had surgery, I was going to try to draw as much as possible, get all these things ready to go. But I was like, no, let's heal. Let's heal the hand. So we had the surgery. It was actually really quick. It's only like 10 minutes. I'm awake the whole time. He actually did get me to see it. He said, you want to take a look? I'm like, sure. And it's so weird actually seeing your hand with a giant hole inside your hand, being held with clamps. Right? He goes, oh, you see all these things, the white things and all. Good thing I'm not queasy about those type of things, but it's just weird to see. Like, I didn't feel a thing. To be honest, the needle I got to freeze my hand, that was the most pain. That hurt. That hurt. I was holding on to the bed when you jabbed this long needle into my arm, but he had to. But the actual surgery itself, I didn't feel a thing. But he said it went well. He's done the surgery hundreds of times. And he said he fully expects me to make a full recovery. At this particular point here, this particular sling, the only reason I use this, I don't really need this. The only reason I use this is so I can avoid using my hand, because especially the first couple weeks, I really wasn't allowed to carry anything with this hand or use it. Couldn't wash it, couldn't do anything like that, so I had to wrap it up. So I noticed just out of instinct, I would use my hand to go pick up things. Out of instinct, I would see myself, trying to type with this hand. So I use this sling to actually just to stop my hand from being used. Okay, so I could definitely use the left hand a little bit more. I decided instead to take a step back and kind of reflect on everything I've done. And I'm extremely thankful. I'm very, very thankful for everything I was able to do over the past 25 years. To live my dream of working for Marvel and DC Comics, to live my dream and working in movies, to live my dream of doing official work for Disney, for Star Wars, to have my dream of getting 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If this was it, as much as it was sucked, as much as I would struggle to figure out what to do, at the same time, I've lived like 10 lives over the last 25 years, career-wise, anyway. A lot of experiences, a lot of pain, but a lot of success, a lot of laughs, a lot of love. And it's something I would never exchange for anything for, really. Last year, I made a video that I wasn't going to take YouTube seriously. After thinking about it for the past couple weeks, maybe I'll give it one more shot. To be honest, even after being on the show for only a couple weeks, I want to have some fun. I'm going to take my time and make sure my hand is in a place where I'm comfortable drawing again. Now, one thing I did have was a lot of videos that were backlogged. I have drawn quite a few pieces over the summer, not the biggest piece in the world, but I have drawn some that I'm going to put together and make videos for you guys starting right now. So what you're going to see, and probably pretty much every other day, is me putting out videos of drawings that I've done over the summer and on some live streams, packaged up together. And then hopefully in January, in the new year, that's when I'm going to start drawing live with you guys again. Let's give this one more shot. It'll be a lot of fun, and there's no one else in the world I want to do this with than you. In fact, I want to help you. Maybe my journey to return can help you out as well. I have reopened the Discord. It is back down below. We will be doing some fun things together. Maybe have you guys color some of my work again. And, maybe we collab on some things. Maybe a lot of you guys like to take my drawings and redraw them. I would love to see them. Not only that, I would love to share them as well. If you love my drawings, if you draw them to learn, I would love to reshare them as well. In light of that, I am reopening my store. A lot of you have been asking to get a piece of my art, whether it be a print, whether it be an original as well. I'm going to open that up again. And for the rest of this year, starting right now, anyone who makes a purchase, I will also send you a video greeting, okay? More information will be on my website, jamesraysmedia.com. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your love. And please do follow along. Check out all the new content that I'm putting up. I'm going to be putting up a lot, and it's going to be fun trying to get back to drawing again. And there's no one else I would rather do it with than you guys. Thank you guys for all of your support, for all of your help. It means the world to me. Don't worry, I'll be just fine. Let's keep drawing together. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all next time. Take care.